ready, my dear. I don't give a damn.
Don't like
the
me
break.
here. That's not the break.
Go shut all these doors so that the sounds go away.
Oh, Tim's here and shit. I have to stop the sounds.
I'm gonna stop the
Sounds.
sound.
I can't sleep. All I hear is the sounds. Why the lowness? There we go. That's better. And this shit is cranked. Maybe I'm not talking very loud. That could be part of it. Let's go do my podcast enhancing drugs. Oh, and I have a little vignette of my own to record and post. I'll probably do it right after the show. I'll be all jazzed up. But it's gonna be good. I didn't want to steal the pie moniker. Welcome to Mikey's Pie.
Stay away from my pie.
All words are dirty
Exactly.
if you try hard enough.
If you say it correctly.
Inflection will make all of your things dirty. But you must believe in the dirt. Live on the Twitches.
Are we live on the Twitches?
Are we up on our shows?
Oh yes.
What shows?
Oh, Alpha.
Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, and then Andor had 3 episodes.
Oh shit, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
I slept till 5 p.m. I went to bed at noon yesterday though.
You know what, Mikey? You better enjoy this.
Well, I sleep in awkward times. Like I'm on the opposite schedule as my wife.
I think that may work in your favor.
Like I sleep.
Somebody's got to be up.
Right.
Every 3 hours.
Yeah, that's no worries. There's only like 2-3 hour gaps in the whole day that I'm not awake. So those are wifeys. But we found out she's gonna be home for almost 2 months, 3 months.
Wow.
If she gets maternity time and then she can do her FMLA after that. So we have to spend like 3 months together.
Preparing.
Yeah, my average views in that stream I just did is way higher than it normally is.
Oh, did you change our tags? That's not okay. We're not talking about metal.
Metal.
Why would we do something like that?
I love some metal.
I do enjoy me some metal.
You should play Hellsinger, Tim.
I don't have the rhythm. I'm too white for that, I think.
It's metal music. It's your people's music.
My people's music. No, it's Chartain's people's music.
Point taken.
My people's music is... Boy. I don't know if I can explain that. I don't really have a people's. Really just like a mishmash of everything.
Where do I... Oh, there we go.
turned the
Yeah,
roadway into a silver sea of beer.
Oh my god, do they have a video of that? Get me that loot!
Let's see if we
I
can get
made it! You know somebody pulled their phone out.
Come on, give me the video. Ooh, there's a video. Alright. This is from the
Actually, in my D&D campaign, we actually had a beer flood.
beer flood.
We were fighting in this big city, or we were having a secret meeting in this big city, and what ended up happening was the God King, which is a golem, inhabited like the beer taps that were decorative and unleashed thousands of gallons of beer down the road to wash us away. I attempted to use my skills as a druid to summon beavers to make a dam.
Wow, I'm surrounded by nerds.
Did it work?
No. And in fact, I almost died in that episode, or the episode after. Almost got permadeath.
Permadeath.
Whatever. We're doing this.
Yeah.
I'll just fix everything.
Do it live.
Joy. All right, here. We go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to your favorite podcast. This is the Bin Podcast, the first podcast to Brenna.
Unlock all the secret codes.
That's right. We've done that.
We've done it. No worries. Go for it. Here.
Up, it's
I give you
up,
them
up,
all.
down, down,
Yeah.
left, right, VA start.
We just tried that
Tim's
on just.
got it.
We tried that on just about every lock we could find. Worked.
Yes, of course. It's like an Easter egg kind of thing.
We're just as shocked as you guys are. But I'm joined today with Tim Bristol, cheese connoisseur, and the Lady Phoenix herself, Miss Brenna Duncan. How y'all be?
I guess that's me. I don't know.
Yeah, you're the Lady Phoenix.
How am I doing? I've been basically Uber driving my parents around to their various doctor's appointments because neither of them can currently drive. So I've been driving and then sitting and then driving and then grabbing a quick, meal and then driving them, sitting, and I feel like I've been doing this for like 3 or 4 weeks straight.
Can I give you something funny about doctor's offices?
I hate doctor's office.
So I've been going with Mrs. Famine to all of her appointments, right? Like she's got like a bunch of these like doctor and gyno appointments. And I'm going, and it's always cute when they try to include me and stuff because they don't like I guess guys usually either don't go a whole bunch or they're like always trying to like take over the whole thing. But we were at the hospital. I'm like, holy shit, there's a Pokestop. Like, if I scoot in my chair, I might be able to reach it from here. Okay. So I'm just like playing Pokemon on my phone, being quiet with a purse around my neck. Because none of I can't do anything. Like this is not my appointment. I have nothing to contribute to this.
Yeah.
So I just sit there and be quiet. And they're like, so, how you feeling there, Dad? I'm like, good.
It's like, yeah, nothing's happening to me.
Feeling fine. Are you excited for my first child? Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm excited
I
about
hope
that.
so.
Like that's like that awkward. Like, what do you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm really pissed actually.
Yeah, this is whoever did this.
This is mad inconvenient to what I had planned for today. So fuck this. Fuck this
She's on
whole
her
day. Yeah, I'm out of here.
own.
Speaking of I'm out of here, all of you guys who are avid podcast junkies, it is impossible for you to have not heard of NPR's Serial, which talked about the case of Adnan Syed, who was a 17-year-old teenager accused of um, murdering his former girlfriend. Well, I'll just play the video. Which screen am I looking at here? There we go. I know I have buttons, and look at that. Oh my Jesus!
You hit the wrong button.
Oh,
Didn't work
oh
out.
God! Oh
You
God!
failed. Mikey, you're done.
I'm going back to bed. Going back to bed. I've been out of bed for 15 minutes now. Go right back. There we go. Here we go.
After 23 years behind bars, Adnan Syed walked out of prison yesterday. A Maryland judge vacated his conviction for the murder of his high school girlfriend, Heyman Lee. The judge giving prosecutors 30 days to proceed with a new trial or drop the case.
We're not yet declaring Adnan Syed is innocent, but we are declaring that in the interest of fairness and justice, he is entitled to a new trial.
Syed was 17 when he was convicted and then sentenced to life for strangling Lee and burying her in a Baltimore park in 1999. All along, he maintained his innocence. In 2014, the podcast Serial became a phenomenon, presenting new evidence and questioning whether Syed got a fair trial. But it wasn't a...
So, have either one of you listened to Serial?
No.
I am not.
Okay.
But I've heard of it.
It's like 11 episodes. It's a good listen. It's an NPR product, so it's produced really well. And it's not... Serial isn't really told as in like a podcast to advocate for his innocence. It's more of like a fact-finding kind of... I don't know. It's up to you guys. What do you think? It's kind of like left up to you to kind of figure it out. And Rabia Chowdhury, who is Adnan's childhood best friend, that's her big sister. She's a what kind of attorney is she? She's a patent attorney, and no, she's an immigration attorney. That's what she is. So it's her and a couple of her lawyer friends have a show called Undisclosed, where they really go through each and everything, and they actually found evidence that was missed. And Adnan's defense attorney used in the case. So like this line between law and podcasting is kind of getting blurred in some cases, because there's tons of people who are interested in true crime and law podcasts. And then once things are released in Discovery and once it's out to the public, well, people pour through those details. And it's pouring through all those details that they found things that were missed. And I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little bit. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
Jesus. Here he comes. Like a fucking wrecking ball.
Right, so what shows do you want me to spoil today?
Fix your mic, shithead.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Fucking come in here.
All loud and shit.
With your bullhorn. All right, then. Okay, Big Driss. Relax. Gets better with time. So they say. Let me fix your camera. Small man in a small kitchen. There we go.
It's already set to my Yeti.
Then why are you 5,000 times louder than normal?
Well, it's on the lowest setting. It's literally on low.
That's the volume, not your gain. Your gain is on the backside. Mute yourself before you change it around. Mute. We don't need to hear all that. Thank you, sir. Pause for edit.
How is that?
Terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Somewhere in the middle, maybe.
Yeah. Let's get you stunning. Oh. Come on.
Is that best? Is that better?
No. If only we did these
Right,
things. If only we did these things before the show went live.
Yeah, my mic never, the settings never get changed. I do not touch it. Right, how is that?
Terrible.
It sounds like
the
you're
dial
in a,
on the front is for your headphones, not for your volume. You need to use your gain, which is on the back of the microphone.
Yeah, which has never been touched.
How
is that sounding?
We'll just leave it sounding bad. I don't care anymore. But I was actively verklempt when he walked out, because when you listen to all the shows, and I mean, Undisclosed is a lot longer of a show. It's way more than 11. It's easily 50, 60 episodes. But seeing all of the things that happened in his case and how they were all kind of bullshit and really kind of unfair, and his prosecutor dropped the ball on this. And it's like, if you're an innocent teen, these are the legal remedies that are supposed to save you, that are supposed to get you out of this tough situation. And he was completely let down by the Baltimore justice system. But he's out, and now the state has 30 days to re-prosecute if they choose to do so. But from what I'm hearing from everybody on Twitter and online, they're not going to. They've tested DNA evidence, and I think they're looking for somebody, which is amazing, because who will be finally. They didn't say now that he's proved innocent, but if they know who actually did it from the DNA testing, then yes. His name can finally be cleared. His conviction was vacated, which means he's out, but he's only out, so he's on house arrest so that they can give him a new trial. But hopefully they don't re-prosecute. I don't think they will.
30 days.
It's a good day for the good guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Apologies about my internet. Kerry turned the internet off.
It's not like she doesn't like me, so
it's not like I do something every Thursday at the same time. I just turn the internet off.
She's trying to stop that baby shark.
Yeah.
I do anything to avoid as the night gently shines again.
The only reason she turned it back on is because the Kardashians are on Disney Plus, and she's like, "Oh shit, I can't watch Kardashians."
Oh no! Oh.
True fact. I'm sitting there. I was literally just looking at my router and my V6 box, just watching them restart. I'm like, "Why is my internet gone? Where's it gone? Oh yeah, I just turned it off. I forgot." Brilliant.
Right.
Sorry.
Cool, Wayne. Thanks for shoving that into the show. Should have a nice clean cut episode. Thanks, dude. Speaking of clean cut, your boy is in trouble, Brenna.
I know.
Your boy is in some deep. You done stepped in deep doo doo this time, Jaja. Like your boy, your boy has royally. Well, not royally. Kind of royally.
Yeah, whoa! Come on, man. Too soon.
Too soon. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
that's not my word. I shouldn't use it.
No.
Apologies. I don't think he's taking any trips to New York anytime soon. It's great this time of year.
He can't be in Mar-a-Lago. He can't be in New York. Where does he go?
He can't do nothing. He can't do nothing in this country. They just shut him down every time.
You know what? It's the media. It's the liberal media.
Can't Trump be free?
Following a comprehensive 3-year investigation by my office, including witnesses, interviews with more than 65 witnesses, and a review of millions of documents that were submitted by Mr. Trump and others.
How many people? I brought this up on Speaking from the Center yesterday. Check them out on Wednesday nights on the Ben Podcast Network. How many times do you think people interrupt her during a meeting?
All the time. all the
Interrupt her.
time.
You
I
think
wouldn't interrupt her.
you would interrupt her?
Well, Brenna would interrupt her in a different way.
Oh, you're being a sleazeball. Cool.
Yeah.
He's talking about how professional this lady is as a black attorney general of New York, and Wayne goes right for the trousers. Got it.
Yeah.
No, but that's what
I'm
Brenna was
announcing-
talking about.
No.
How dare you put that on our Brenna?
She's like 1,000 times smarter than I am.
I
I don't want to get in her way.
I said yesterday, like I was like, you ever wonder what the Dora Milaje look like when they grow their hair out and get regular jobs? She's got a vibranium spear around there. She'll fuck your ass up.
Yeah, the Stars and Stripes is held up by a vibranium spear.
She will rip that flag off and eliminate any threats to the king.
That today, we are filing a lawsuit against Donald Trump.
No.
Say it again. Say it again.
Announcing that today, we are filing a lawsuit against Donald Trump for violating the law as part of his efforts to generate profits for himself, his family, and his company.
Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Gotcha, bitch.
I think we also need an intervention from our former Prime Minister.
Oh, I told you motherfuckers he didn't have no damn money and he been swindling and cooking up books.
This is the thing. This is the thing about it.
Ooh.
We
Ooh.
all know that we've heard this from attorneys. We've heard this for former attorneys. We've heard this from his former staff. We've heard this from even himself. He has inflated his value for decades.
Yes.
Inflated his value for decades so he could get favorable bank loans
Yes.
and interest.
Yes.
We've all know this. Now we have actual proof. Keep going, Mikey. There are some important parts in this.
Oh, it's so good.
Do it.
It makes
Do it,
me
baby,
so
do it.
happy. It's so happy that he's gonna get what is coming to him.
The complaint demonstrates that Donald Trump falsely inflated his net worth by billions of dollars to unjustly enrich himself and to cheat the system, thereby cheating all of us. He did.
Hey, I thought he was about Main Street, not Wall Street. Okay.
Nah, he was about draining the swamp, remember?
Oh yeah,
He
that
wanted to drain
fucking
the swamp.
that nasty swamp monsters.
this with the help of
How you gonna talk about draining the swamp when you have a literal fucking alligator snapping turtle coming out of Kentucky having your back? Like literally the soft-shelled snapping turtle that is Mitch McConnell. Like the air is just like passing through him, like
I've never known a visual interpretation of someone being melted more than him. It's like, you remember that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark?
What if they lived? Yeah, what if that happened to them, but they lived?
Oh God.
I will
That's
move to
horrifying.
Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky, vote his ass out. Like, stop
Yeah.
fucking around. He
They ain't
sucks.
never gonna do that.
He sucks.
You've had
They're
your
never gonna
fun.
do that.
Come on.
He's
Nope.
terrible.
He's gonna go until he dies or retires.
Turtles can live 200 to 300 years. I ain't got time for that.
Them's the breaks.
Oh.
But them's the breaks.
No.
Do you know what, Tim? We need Jim Cornette to step up here because.
Oh, hell no.
Well, no, he's a massive Democrat and he's in Kentucky.
Isn't he also
I'm
a
sure.
massive racist?
No.
Yes, he
Quite
is.
Quite
Yeah.
the opposite.
He's a massive racist and a sexist.
Yeah, he uses code that you don't understand. But all the clips I've seen of him that y'all have made me play, that dude's a racist. He don't show it, but he's a racist. Shake your head all you like. I can smell
Oh.
that shit like garlic. in
Wayne,
a crowd. I'm
Wayne.
like,
What did he get fired from NWA for?
Just
Yeah,
and that's
Not-
the chicken joke. The chicken
certainly.
joke.
Certainly
wait,
not
what?
racist comments.
I'm sorry.
Certainly not racist comments.
Okay, hold on. Brenda doesn't know who you're talking about, and I barely know who you're talking about. So Jim Cornette is like a wrestling commentator guy, right?
He used to be a booker and a promoter for wrestling. Now he's a wrestling podcaster. He basically does commentary and reviews on wrestling. But he was also an announcer, and he did the color commentary for NWA, which is an American promotion.
Okay.
He said some things he shouldn't have said, and then got fired. He made
something about the African guy needing chicken or something like that, right?
It was something along those lines, yes.
Yeah, it was an old of its time joke that does not sit well today, or shouldn't have sat well then. To be fair.
Hey Wayne, we have a word for those kinds of people.
Racist.
You can dress it up with, Elvis wasn't racist. He was just a victim of the times. Not
But
everybody.
How can he be racist? He was part of the NWA.
Wrong NWA.
Yeah, laugh it up, fuzzball. That's why his ass is fucking podcasting right now with his non-racist podcasting ass.
How dare you do me with a Han Solo quote?
The other defendants, his children.
Speaking of Star Wars, look at this scruffy looking nerf herder over here.
Can we just talk about the two guys that are like back and to the right of her that are like, we're not allowed to say anything?
Oh yeah.
They look like they're defending a free kick.
Right. Homegirl's new. She don't know.
Testicles kind of just blocked.
I've been
just in case she decides to hurt somebody.
I've been shotgunned by a free kick. That shit is not great. You jump up in the air like you're supposed to, and wham!
Yeah. Try being a goalkeeper in that situation.
Your hands are supposed to be. You can use your hands to stop the ball. I have to use like my body.
but when that deflection comes and you've got no protection,
you can use your hands. I have no hands. I'm all feet. What do you want me to head it? Head it away from my crotch? How fast do you think I can do that?
I'm just saying, when there's a deflection and it goes to that area, your hand's already outstretched to defend it. You're copying an unfortunate one.
Yeah. There's no defense for the goalie against the ball except for those fucking oven mitts that you guys wear to protect your fucking poor little chingers.
Donald Trump Jr.
Oh wait, take it back, girl.
Yeah.
He did this with the help of the other defendants, his children.
Other defendants?
Donald Trump
Jr. It just sounds so nice.
Ivanka Trump. And Eric Trump.
And Barron Trump.
Isn't there another daughter Trump that they're just not even mentioning?
Tiffany.
Tiffany's not involved in this at all.
I think she's actually not.
She's little, isn't she? She's like
no.
She's in college or going to college. She went in college when he was president. She's not involved in any of the Trump
businesses.
She introduced him at the last Republican National Convention that Trump was, he was running at. Like she was introducing him, and she's not as involved as like Ivanka is, but I guess she's not criminally involved.
No.
Lucky for her.
I think her mother was smart enough to that away from her.
Can I get more volume from Brenda?
Is that the one that's...
There we go.
Is that it like this?
Kristen's watching.
Stop it.
Hey, baby.
Hey, don't talk to her.
Hang on. I'm just checking. Are we live on Twitch or OnlyFans right now?
We'll have a talk after this, Wayne, about words we can't say on Twitch. It's just the same few words that you guys keep forgetting.
And former Trump Organization CFO Alan Weisselberg and Trump Organization Controller Jeffrey McConney. Mr. Trump and the Trump Organization repeatedly and persistently manipulated the value of assets to induce banks to lend money to the Trump Organization on more favorable terms than would otherwise have been available to the company.
Now, Tim, you're a books guy.
Yeah, I do books.
That sounds perfectly legal.
So here's the fun part about that. Before this announcement and all that stuff, Trump's accountants, the Trump Foundation or Trump Organization accountants were like, we're done. We're not doing this anymore. Here's all the stuff. Like they bailed on him 6 months ago when they had to give all this up because they were told they had to give all the Trump Organization's books to the New York State's attorneys.
Oh, I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like,
well, they like that classic meme of "fuck this shit, I'm going home," and the geezer throwing the papers up in the air.
Yeah, they were like, we don't represent this company anymore. We were lied to, and so that's what happened. Is the accountants washed their hands of it, and that's a bad sign when the accountants are like, we didn't know. We're done with this.
They just send over an email. Hey, this is John over at the AG's office. Can you just send me over? And then this massive dump of files comes. Like, here's everything. Like without any provocation, they just gave it all up. Like, yep, I knew this day was coming. Here you go.
The FBI comes in and says we want to see the documents. You're like, actually, look, we've got them all categorized.
Right. They're all right here.
The moving truck turns up.
Yeah, the moving trucks are here. Please let them know where you're gonna go. We've got even guys with gloves on. Everything will be okay.
Did you want a fresco while you wait? Hold on, let me get that.
So
we got you a spread.
I'm married to an accountant, a CPA accountant, and let me tell you, it's just all in a spreadsheet somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just all. Here you go. Here's a spreadsheet, and they're legally responsible if the books are cooked, which is why they said we don't want anything more to do with this because they go to jail too.
Hell no.
So they're accountable, even though
they have their own ethics and guidelines that they have to abide by because they technically have licenses. That's what a CPA is. It's a certified public accountant. It's like the chartered accountants you have over there in the UK.
Yeah. We have what do you call it?
Herpes.
I know ACA or something like that.
Yeah.
So they have FCA.
They're if you ever take like a business ethics class, it has nothing to do with ethics. It's all about, basically copyright law and all that. But accountants literally have ethics they have to abide by and general accounting practices they have to abide by. So if Trump was cooking the books, telling them to do things like inflate values and deflate values and change the balance sheets and alter the financials, and they had to do it because he was like, this is what I want. But when someone started investigating, they totally threw him under the bus. They were like, we didn't know why he was telling us to do this. Here's all the information.
But is there a possibility that they could still be on the hook for it?
Oh, yeah. They could.
Really?
Often accountants are given opportunities to testify in court. So they could get a pass if they give testimony.
To save themselves.
So kind of like a plea bargain, if you will.
Yes. Not to say that they knowingly did anything. Like their stance is that they didn't know that Trump was lying to them. That's their stance.
Do we need to put some allegedlys in here?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm in a different country. I'm just worried about you lot.
And I
what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Hire a lawyer and fucking sue us? Broke bitch.
No lawyer.
Broke bitch.
You can have both. You can have both of our pounds.
And Rudy's been disbarred, so I can't.
Oh, what's up, Face Milty McGillicuddy? You can't come after me now, can you? He's got just as much law license as I have.
But I think like this.
But them's the breaks.
This is sort of this is where Trump is going to fall. He's going to fall because he's supposed to be this incredible rich guy, right? He's an incredible businessman. He makes great decisions. He's worth a lot. His family is amazing and smart and beautiful and all this stuff. And I mean,
what are we talking about?
We talking about me then.
The the Trumpers. Like this whole idea that Trump is this great businessman, and that's what he was telling them. And now, I mean, the proof is in the pudding right now. Like they're showing it to us. They're scooping us the pudding right now.
That's not going to stop any of them.
Yeah, it. So there's more and more coming out that he's not as great, and so his flame is dying, and you're gonna see a lot of these great, these high level Republicans that have been, kissing his ass for very, they're gonna start backing away. They're not gonna get the money from him.
Will this be the end of MAGA as we know it?
No.
No.
MAGA's going to go on just like the Tea Party did. And it's going to continue, and it's going to continue ravaging, but it's going to shift. We're going to see a shift in leadership where Trump, because he doesn't have the money and he doesn't have the power anymore, is no longer going to be the MAGA head. It's going to shift. He's just going to end up being the crazy guy.
Let's face it, DeSantis is his Padawan, really.
Yeah, and DeSantis is probably going to be the flag.
I wouldn't consider DeSantis his Padawan. I think DeSantis is the upgrade. DeSantis is Trump 2.0. He's Trump if Trump was a good politician and actually knew what the fuck he was doing. Like that's the scary part is DeSantis has taken all of the Trump stuff and sort of distilled it into his own brand. And he is the number 2 guy in the Republican primary right now. It goes Trump and then DeSantis.
Right.
So, that's dangerous in and of itself.
And he's got good cover with his surname. So there's a lot of accusations that can't be labelled against him purely because of that. A lot of the accusations that were levelled at Trump, DeSantis can just kind of go, well, that's not me because look at my heritage. Whereas Trump, no excuses. And look at the reputation of his dad as well.
Oh, the Slumlord Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
Who was writing C's for colored people trying to rent out places in his fucking slums.
Yeah, at least try and hide it. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe just an asterisk, but when you blatantly put a C,
it's like
you don't need the Enigma machine to break that code.
No, I put a B on their application because they wanted a balcony. That's what that was.
Well, I think there's enough Trump guys like either running for office or already in office right now that he still is going to hold unless he is like in jail and he is barred from ever running from office again. He will still hold sway over at least half of the Republican Party.
But he's just going to be the crazy guy tweeting at them. All right, we've got the Nancy Pelosi.
He can't tweet.
Is trying to get.
He can't tweet.
He can't tweet.
He has his Truth Social.
Oh, speaking of which, Tim has been running a long-range experiment on Truth Social after we watched this TikTok of a guy getting banned in one sentence. So Tim, being the scientist that he is, he's pulling up now. He made a Truth Social account. It has a really good name. It's Peacemaker.
Peacemaker 420 Blazing.
By the way, for those that don't know, Tim is the TheBinPodcast investigative reporter.
Our man on the street.
Involved.
Tim does the dirty work so you don't have to.
Yeah, that melting truck is just a front.
He just uses it to get better locations.
Surveillance, actually.
Yeah, nothing gets grilled there. It's just a surveillance truck.
It's a surveillance truck. You just hear the sounds of sizzling.
You look over, and then he's like cooking a sandwich, and then you look down at your phone. You look up. He's got a parabolic microphone scanning the area, and then you rub your eyes, and then he's back to grilling the sandwich. Like you're none the wiser.
Nope.
He's got his little radar dish up on the top.
He's got a rotating cheese up there, rotating grilled cheese.
Oh yeah, I'm just melting it. I'm just melting it.
No, it's a logo. It's just a logo, guys. And also, your wife's cheating on you. What? What?
By the way, we found out that your boss is embezzling money now. So that'll
like
be $30,000.
Sorry for the tummy troubles you had yesterday. This thing picks up everything.
I can't wait till Tim gets rumbled by Gordon Ramsay.
You better stay away from anything Asian or else Uncle Roger's going to tear your ass up.
Oh, man. Those videos are hilarious.
I love Uncle Roger.
Uncle Roger's the best.
That guy's proper funny, as Wayne would say. But we can move on from Boss Lady. Boss Lady is going to go get Trump. So be on the lookout for that.
This is actually going to be very interesting to see how Trump deals with this, because he's already dealing with the FBI, and the Department of Justice now has access to the classified documents, whatever. So yeah. Where's Trump gonna go? We haven't decided where he's gonna end up. Can't go to Russia.
I'd imagine he'd end up in some sort of low security kind of sort of prison.
I'm gonna dream big. I hope he goes to Rikers.
Oh.
Ooh.
I want him to go to prison.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
He's not gonna, but I'm gonna. You know what I mean? You always bid high.
He's gonna go to rich guy.
And then let them talk you down.
What he needs to do is he needs to be put under house arrest, but not in any of his establishments, his residencies, but in one of his one of Jared Kushner's apartments, that those little ones that are for embezzling money.
Yes.
So they doesn't have to actually do anything. Just live in there.
I think the fairest thing that we can do is, much like Game of Thrones, is we send him to the wall.
Okay.
Except we'll send him to the Mexican border. And he can go work with Border Patrol. Like doing work at his. I want him to do work at his age.
He has to dig the holes.
Yeah, go build. You won't go to jail, but go fucking dig that fucking wall you've been talking about, and you're gonna pay for it. You fucking broke bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Here, we solved it.
I say we send him to North Norway or Finland. The places that he raves about. That are so great. Go and live there in that that tundra. Go and live there. See how you get on with your golf there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing about golf. You kind of can't have it in the snow because the ball just gets lost. You go through so many fucking balls in one game.
By all reports, he cheats anyway and has like plenty of balls. He just drops them where he likes.
He keeps
one out of bounds. It's not out of bounds.
He just keeps a couple in his pocket just in case he misses. Well, that was a bad shot. Let me try that again.
It's been widely reported that he walks up to his ball and just starts kicking it down the fairway.
And the worst part is, then he says, "Ha, I won." At the end of the day, he's like, "And then I won."
Could that not be more Kim Jong-un? You know what I mean? I went out and got 18 holes in one.
Yep.
I scored an 18. What, on the first hole? No, the whole course.
Exactly. What, you mean that 645-yard par 5? Yep.
Yeah. Nailed it.
First try.
Sunk it.
Smashed it.
Sunk it on the first go.
And nobody can tell you otherwise. They are lying fake news.
Oh, there's Tim. Why is Tim up there?
Tim, where am I? Why am I up there?
Tim, get down there. Get down from there right now.
I don't like being up here.
Don't be up there.
Okay, me too.
Okay. So I want you guys to watch this.
Oh God.
This is the funniest thing I've seen in the last little bit.
I was just talking. Don't talk over me. County. Do not talk over me.
This is a 911 call.
North Brinker Avenue. I was just talking. Don't talk over me. County. Do not talk over me.
Ma'am, what's going on there at 381
Thank you for talking over me.
Ma'am, our policy is for the other agency that you were talking to to announce the call. So what's going
Okay,
on
but
at
I
318
am
North
talking.
Brinker?
I am talking, though. That means
Karen's in the wild.
do not talk over me. I am the one with the emergency. I am the one who is about to pay you guys through my taxes, through my call. Right? Yes
Ma'am,
or no?
can you tell me
Yes.
what's going on?
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Rude bitch.
I want to help, so I'm going to scream at you.
And you
Ma'am,
can't
if you're
do
ready-
anything about it. You can't like hang up on her because she could be really having an emergency.
Well,
Yes or
Continue
no?
to yell. I'm
Tell me
going to
yes or
disconnect the
no.
call. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Have a good
Sorry
day.
about that.
That's quite all right. What's going on?
A domestic dispute.
Okay.
And it's
You'll never.
Don't do it. Don't do it,
Can you-
Mikey. I
can-
know where you're going.
Can you guess what the disturbance was about? From what you, just because you've gotten, like, I've only given you part of the story intentionally because I think this is hilarious. You heard how upset she was on the phone. Why do you think she was so upset? You'll never guess. You'll never guess.
Oh man, I have no idea.
I'm guessing Kid won't get off his PlayStation.
I was gonna say it's got to be a video game thing.
Joe Biden.
Poor Uncle Joe. Grandpa Joe is just taking a nap. There's no way he did this. Oh man, it's so much worse than you guys thought.
I know she called the cops because she was being really disrespectful. I threw away her bacon and I told her to leave.
You can't throw away the bacon. You can't. You can't throw away bacon.
Oh God.
I would have called the cops too.
Sacred things.
Do you ever remember that episode of Wife Swap where there was that little Southern kid and a black lady moved in with them, and he's like, "She's gonna give it my bacon? I'm not having that." She's out of here.
People are serious about their pork.
It's not just pork. Bacon.
It's so good.
I know she called the cops because she was being really disrespectful. I threw away her bacon and I told her to leave. And then I got really upset. I picked up the tote, I dropped the tote, and then I went into my room.
What a monster.
Yeah, she went outside and called the police.
Is this normal?
unfortunately it is.
I mean, I'm not passing judgment. Please don't misunderstand any of this.
I'm not.
Is this what you're dealing with?
Yes.
Sometimes it's easier than other times, and
Yes.
right now it just kind of crossed the line.
Yep.
Did anybody put hands on anybody?
No.
So this part is funny too. So the cops show up. The mom meets him outside, and she's like, and the cop's like, "Well, can you go get your son? Let me just make sure everybody's not bleeding and everything, and then I'll be out of here. I'll let you guys. It doesn't look like you guys need me." The bitch locked the door. She locked mom out. Like, mom is so funny here.
It is. You can see him. It's fine. It's whatever. I'll have him come out if you don't mind.
It's fine.
It's her house. I wish somebody would lock me out of my house.
You need to. You cannot do that.
I'm here.
You have to unlock the door.
I'm here.
Looking at the build quality of that house, you can just push your way through the wall.
He's not.
I'm not coming.
Just move the door to the left. It'll move. It's not in there very securely. Slide it into the wall.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Keep the door open.
No. I'll shut the door.
No, this is not an option. I'm gonna stay right here, as I'll respect that.
My mom said she'll be right back. That means you work for us, sir. I told you.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Put your foot. You are violating my privacy.
At this point, I'll just fuck off. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Look at
Some bacon.
Look at the big fucking glass in the door. What privacy, you fucking twat? What are you talking about? It's a window.
You call if she was the one that called them.
Yes.
Like, what does she expect to happen?
Why is she wearing that sweater and a yellow bathrobe? Did you not?
Like that look though. It makes me feel cozy.
She looks very
Like,
comfortable.
I wish I could wear a sweater right now. It's so goddamn hot.
Well, if you would like to be cold all year round, knock up your wife because she likes it ice cold in here, and I've been wearing hoodies all summer long.
See, I can kind of relate to this situation for this police officer, because I had an issue earlier in the week where a woman insisted that I was at her house at 9 o'clock. Lived in North London. I got there for 9 o'clock, and then she told me to wait for 15 minutes, and I was like, "No, I'm going.
I'm bugging out."
You've asked me to be here, and then you're telling me to wait for 15 minutes? No. They've asked the police officer to be there, and they're saying it's about bacon. I'll be like, no. Jogging it on.
Well, let me call the breakfast police. I didn't know that this was this is their precinct's division. I don't have jurisdiction over breakfast meats. That's somebody else.
Wow. They could be having coffee and donuts right now.
I think at that point it becomes a sanitary district when
Yeah.
it goes into the trash. So
You got to call the FDA.
Wow.
Maybe ATF.
This is federal at this point.
This is entitlement 101.
It gets better.
Minutes ago. But I like how I call you guys in a real emergency 7 years ago.
Oh no!
She's still carrying beef from that.
Wait, her entrance is fucking great. Wait.
You know, I would like to say something. I like how I call you.
I need to make a clip of that. You know what? I would like to say something.
You know, I would like to say something. I like how I call you guys in a real emergency. This was a real emergency 10 minutes ago. But I like how I call you guys in a real emergency 7 years ago.
That bacon was really an emergency 10 minutes ago.
When my life was literally threatened and I'm like literally about to die. And you guys take an hour and a half to show up. I like how I call and I scream at you guys. And then you show up like that. Like snap of the fingers.
To be fair, she's not a good snapper. Like, objectively, she's not good at it. Like, I've seen better.
She's got this.
Maybe if she didn't have like 17 pounds per sleeve, like the sound could get out. But that was it was a very muffled snap.
Can you please go in?
194. There's no full head roll.
You're right.
Get lost. I mean, it can't be both ways. We're doing the best we can. I only came here to help, and you're giving me this.
I was fixing breakfast, and my brother throws all of my food away in the trash and starts screaming at me. So I just wanted to de-escalate the situation. It's de-escalated now. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Wow.
Thanks for coming. Bye. Fuck off.
Right. So let me get this right. So this lady has had her breakfast disrupted. She's gone to the level of phoning the police. When the police turn up to her emergency call,
she yells at them.
She jogs them on.
I don't know what that means.
And it's their fault.
Yeah.
Now
they created the problem apparently.
I'm surprised, being America, that the police didn't just shoot them on the spot.
They're white.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Silly me.
I was like, it's always videos like that. I just watch them like, ooh.
Yeah, might be there with his popcorn.
Ooh, you about to get tased. They about to mace you.
They open the door, see their complexion, and just calmly walk away.
Now, let me tell you something. That wouldn't happen in no black household. You don't throw bacon out. I don't care how mad you are. You use your words. You cuss that bitch out. All right, you cuss her out. You don't throw no bacon out. I don't care what she did.
You break plates.
Yeah, but the food must remain pure.
The walls can have holes in them, but nope.
I'm reminded of that scene, the opening scene in Friday. Craig, every time I come in the house, you're in the kitchen. I like beef.
I like hog maws. I like pig's feet. Rest in peace, Pops Witherspoon. What a legend. You know, he was like, he was like one of the first comedians like breaking the color line, like him and Morris Garrett. Like back, like they're old school comedians. Like they're I mean, he's old obviously, but he's been doing that for a long time. I have bad news, everyone. Tim fucking put this on me to share with the world, and I would say pour one out for the homies, but a Coors Light semi dumped an entire truck full of beer on the highway.
Yeah, this is on an interstate in Florida.
That is.
Oh, of course it was.
That is American carnage right there.
I'm just saying, some of those are still good. I can
Coors
see.
Light, none of them are good.
Hey man,
No.
I used to drink Coors Light. I used to fuck with Coors Light. That was my shit. Silver Bullet, baby. Cures what ails you.
Maybe the driver was sampling the supply.
Oh, don't worry. That stuff can't get you drunk. There's barely any alcohol in it. It's just water.
He's been driving for 3 days.
Rocky Mountain piss water is what it is.
Chartan says in the chat, you can't park that there, mate.
And
but them's the brakes.
Look at all them
know where you can and can't park.
Look at all them perfectly good trees around there.
Yeah.
I think we need. There's some heavier stuff that's going on behind the scenes. We'll talk about it later. But we need a little bit of levity today. Can you guys name me the best dancer in the world? Wrong answer. The right answer is Alfonso Ribeiro, aka Carlton from The First Prince. Wayne, did you have Alfonso's Breaking and Poppin'?
No, we didn't have the show over here. No.
Oh, it's not a show, big boy. Enjoy.
Presents Alfonso Ribeiro.
Oh my God.
You know, I wasn't born a dancer. I learned to do it with a lot of help. And with my help, you can learn too. Moves like the moonwalk. Or the King Tut. It's all right here in my Breaking and Popping book. Almost 100 pages that simply and clearly take you through the moves. In a few minutes.
From 1985.
Oh my God.
You could be doing backspins that will flip out your friends, or eye-popping moves like the centipede. My step-by-step guide starts with the basics, but takes you all the way to tough moves like the windmill. It's all right here in my easy-to-follow book. And tell mom and dad.
Oh my God, he is so little.
Oh my God.
I think he's like 7 or 8 here.
I'm gonna outdo this. Have you seen the old Vin Diesel stuff?
Oh, his little ballerina self.
No, the popping and locking stuff from.
Oh yeah, he was a b-boy.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
And had an afro.
Well, I'm just saying right now, we should call this number.
Okay. I'm just gonna go and find my access card.
Now remember, this is 1985. They wanted 1999.
That's a lot.
How can someone quickly do
Yeah.
Thanks, Tim.
1999.
How many dollars in American dollars? Allow up to 4 to 6 weeks for shipment. It's a book.
Why would I print it, film it?
It's just a book. You're not getting a video. It's just a book.
That is a $55 book.
Oh my God.
And how did he end up on Dancing with the Stars?
You mean winning and then becoming the host?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was making this money in the 80s.
Man, he had money before he got the Fresh Prince. If he sold 10 of these books, he was sitting on a small fortune.
Wow.
Plus $3 shipping.
So what's $3 in 85 money?
Let's find out.
Fucking $12 shipping for a book?
$8.25.
Robbery.
Yeah.
The inflation rate from 1985 to today was 175%.
Oh.
Wow.
I just got real old all of a sudden. I just started feeling my back started hurting.
Mikey's looking for his meds.
Goddamn kids. Back in my day.
Where's my glasses?
Mikey's out in his backyard shouting at the clouds.
Well, he actually.
I'm trying to have a parade.
That's actually what he does, but.
I'm probably out there shooting at him.
Look, that's a waste of ammo, and those bullets do come down. Don't just fire into the air. That's one of like.
You're not shooting real bullets. You're shooting blanks, but you don't know that.
I'm shooting cloud bullets.
Do.
Stay off my lawn, says Jarten.
Don't you dare precipitate here.
Move on then. Go on.
Don't own your dirty water.
Speaking of dirty water,
oh, gross.
An investigation into how 48 Venezuelan migrants, legal, were flown from his state to Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. He says they were taken there under false pretenses, exploited, and hoodwinked, in his words.
And now Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is defending the transport of those migrants after taking credit for the flights. Let's go back to our CNN correspondent, Gloria Pazmino. She joins us with more. The sheriff claims, that sheriff in Texas, who's opened this investigation, that this was done for a photo op. He's actually...
Bro, fix your tie. Like, they gotta have a guy that's just, his job is to make sure their ties are straight. What's going on right now?
Well, the thing is, he's kind of sitting side saddle as well, which doesn't help him.
Well, there should be an EP in the production booth saying his tie's fucked up. Someone tell him his tie's fucked up.
Yeah, put it into his ear. That he's disheveled. He's disheveled. maybe the tie needs a microphone, so that a little earpiece, so that they can communicate to the telly. Hey, can you stand up straight, please? You're slouching. It looks like he just got done doing some of like Alfonso's dance moves, and now it's like his suit's a little like unclipped.
A little loose.
Yeah.
Actually also alleging...
Hey, this is our Friday night show. Let me get a little comfortable with you guys. I'm one of the guys.
That local laws were potentially broken, even potentially federal laws. Can you explain that?
Yeah, Poppy. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar talked about this yesterday, announcing this investigation. He said that people lured these migrants in San Antonio, eventually to Florida, and then to Martha's Vineyard. That's how he believes some of these people ended up there. He said yesterday that he is opening up an investigation into exactly what went on here, investigating possible criminality attached to all of this. He was also very critical of the people he believes were allegedly involved in all of this, saying he believes they took advantage of these migrants who were here desperately looking for help, and all of this will be considered as he opens up that investigation. Listen to the sheriff describing what he believes.
So one of y'all's breakdown, like, because I didn't read too much about this before I found this clip. What happened? So they were in San Antonio and then sent them.
What happened is that the governor of Florida tricked a bunch of Venezuelan migrants into getting on a plane from Texas, flying to Martha's Vineyard, and then getting off the plane with the promise of food and shelter and jobs.
And what was waiting for them?
Unexpected. Well, they didn't get deported because they're asylum seekers. So they have a legal right to be in the country currently.
Right.
And DeSantis decided that he should ship them to Martha's Vineyard as a fun gag to all the rich people in Martha's Vineyard. And what ended up happening was the people first didn't know what the fuck to do, and then when they figured out what to do, they treated the migrants rather nicely.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, because we're supposed to here.
Because they're humans.
We're not supposed to traffic humans across state lines. We're not supposed to use federal agencies in order to do that, and tricking them into believing that you have something prepared for them, and then nothing is prepared for them when they land. That is also trafficking of human beings, living human beings, in order to politically play like this is what we're going to be doing to illegals, which they are not, obviously. In order to show strength in that this is what you're going to do with these illegal aliens, and let the libs take care of them. First off, migrants are legal. They always have been.
Yep.
They always will be.
Yep.
We need migrants.
Yep.
We need migrants in this country to do the work that white people won't. We accept them into our country because we're not monsters.
And to be fair, it's not like America has any kind of role in, destabilizing the countries that these people are coming from.
Oh, certainly not. The CIA has nothing to do with any of that.
It's not like we put up these fucking shitty leaders and like overthrew governments all throughout Central and South America, thus leading to the caravans in the first place. It's not like we did anything like that.
The CIA are the cuddle institution of America. They don't do anything outside of the borders. They just kind of look after everyone inside.
Remember that Mission Fast and Furious? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear about that, Wayne?
I just saw the really, really good film.
That is legitimately the name of it. Guess what that? Okay.
I know.
With that being the real name, guess what it was? Just take a stab. What do you think the operation goals were for?
It was shipping weapons and crack. As far as I remember.
with trackers on it.
Yeah.
Saying, and then we'll find them.
Moving it to sort of like the Detroit areas to destabilize black families and creating.
You're thinking the 80s. That's the wrong thing. This was like under Obama.
Oh really? Oh, okay. I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking of the Contras crisis.
No, not that.
I mean, you had it half right.
Yeah,
you did have it half right.
No, they literally put out a bunch of guns with tracking devices on it and said, "Ha, cartel! When you take those, we'll know where your base is." And they went to where the trackers were and just saw a big pile of trackers, and all the guns were gone. Like a bunch of morons.
That'll learn you.
It said, "Aha! We found them all in a circle. They're all in the same area. This must be the base. No, they just took all the trackers off, threw them in the desert, and we gave
them a bunch of guns.
And we gave them a bunch of AK-47s and a bunch of shit. And then they're like, "Why are these people caring?" I was like, "You just fucking re-upped all the arms from the cartel. You just gave them all new stuff." So yeah, they're out of there.
Yeah, sorry, I conflated two different stories there because I was thinking of the stuff from the 80s, which Noam Chomsky was talking about, which was that was all kind of interlinked, and then the stuff that you're talking about when Obama was in charge, that's the crap that Alex Jones was talking about. Because he was like, "Yeah, Fast and Furious, yeah, it's a film, yeah, it's a cover."
He'll be in jail right next to Trump.
Yeah,
I bloody hope so. He's just.
I believe that they were preyed upon. Somebody came from out of state, preyed upon these people, lured them with promises of a better life, which is what they were absolutely looking for, and hoodwinked into making this trip to Florida and then onward to Martha's Vineyard for what I believe to be nothing more than political posturing.
Now, just for context here, we should mention that Sheriff Salazar is a Democrat, and he was actually asked about that yesterday, about the political dynamics of all of this. He clarified that he's actually not on the ballot, and he said that this was really just an issue of right and wrong, an issue that has put human beings in the middle, and he accused other politicians of trying to score political points. To that end, a spokesperson for Governor Ron DeSantis has now issued a response saying, quote, "Immigrants have been more than willing to leave Bexar County after being abandoned, homeless, and left to fend for themselves. Florida gave them an opportunity to seek greener pastures in a sanctuary jurisdiction that offered greater resources for them as we expected." Of course, we know from the reporting that...
Wow. What a dick.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
America.
Oh my God.
No, don't America us. No, that's him.
No,
That's a him.
This is how dangerous Ron DeSantis wants to be.
Like he thought that shit was funny. He's like, oh, you elites want to tell me what to do in my state? You can have them.
Yeah, him and Ted Cruz thought it was a riot.
Here you go. Here you go.
Him and Ted Cruz thinks it's a fucking riot. Ted Cruz is fucking in on this too, I'm sure.
Raphael better calm down.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't calling him Ted. And I ain't and Charlie Sheen, your name is Carlos. Martine. Don't no. Y'all ain't finna just try to switch it up all of a sudden when you want to be an asshole. No, dog. Raphael need to calm down. And DeSantis, like, I can't even like admonish people for not wanting to be the governor of Florida. Like, I get it. Like, who wants to fucking do that? That sounds terrible.
Isn't that like just an easy win for Florida? Just stick a red rosette on them and say, "Here you go. Here's your new governor." Because it doesn't seem to matter. It's Republican all day long. I mean, there are certain states in that will always be red or blue. You got the purple ones, which for me seem to be the more democratic kind of places.
Florida's always been, well, at least in the last like 20 years, Florida's been one of those like purple states. It's like it was trending blue for a bit, and then the last couple elections, it's been trending, towards Trump specifically. And like I said, Ron DeSantis is just like Trump 2.0. So he got elected on the Trump platform, and the Florida government is kind of fucked up. They're kind of fucked up down there.
You think?
Wasn't Florida the state where George W. Bush and
Al Gore?
Yes.
Al Gore
In 2000,
yes. Yeah.
That was the
That was 2000?
That was the year 2000. That was 22 years ago.
Oh, fuck you, Tim. Why you gotta remind me of fucking facts?
We're old, by the way.
Oh my god.
Because of the influx of like the Cuban migrants. The Cuban migrants tend to be more conservative because they were leaving the socialist Cuba.
Yeah, and
to America, and then they kind of flipped Florida into
Trump's
state.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Trump's campaign actually seized upon that, and they were running ads in Spanish saying that Joe Biden was a socialist.
And I think the other part, a lot of people from Latin American countries are conservative because they are hyper religious.
Yeah.
Hyper religious.
Democrats didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
They totally fucking missed the boat on that.
They assume that brown people equals blue votes, but no, they're very religious. Very
We're
Catholic.
also seeing that in Asian communities as well, where they're turning more conservative because they want to keep their religious values, their business values, their education values, the stuff that, and so you are seeing a lot of.
Can we turn you up a little bit?
I don't know what to do.
If you look
at, telling me what to do.
I typed it in the thing. Look, click the carrot.
I did.
Where are you at?
I can do.
There's no button. There's no slider.
My speakers are a slider. That's it.
No microphone slider.
No microphone slider.
Oh man, we'll figure this out. Damn you, updates.
Anyway, yes. It does seem like Florida might. I mean, I wonder what the Florida people are reacting to this taking of human beings. Like, these are the things that we actually have to look for. This is human trafficking.
Yeah, that's you kidnap the shit out of them.
This is so very illegal that it has to be prosecuted. And whether or not it's directly Ron DeSantis or his little minions, somebody has to go to jail for this shit, because these are human beings that were here seeking asylum from those horrible countries that are killing them en masse They want to go in a better place. And he decided, hey, you know what? These people over here will take care of you. They promised me they'd take care of you.
Oh,
Let's just go.
that Texas sheriff that we just listened to, he is pursuing. He has a criminal inquiry. What's a?
Yes.
I don't know what that means. What's a criminal inquiry?
It's an investigation.
Investigation. Yeah.
Collect evidence.
All right.
Florida politically is becoming increasingly older and more Republican.
Yeah.
And in the age distribution chart here, there's a lot of old people in Florida, and they lean Republican, like 65 plus, 50 to 64, Republican.
And annoyingly, Tim, a lot of wrestling is based in Florida.
Well, I'm sure that's also a problem, but if you break down like the demographics of Florida, it's not conducive for the Democratic Party anymore.
No.
And it's just going to get worse because of what we were talking about. You know, the Latin community in Florida is conservative. And the Democrats are just gonna. I mean, they won without Florida last time. They're just gonna have to come up with strategies to win without Florida.
Yeah, you have to write it off at this point.
And if they really want to make a run at states like Texas, where they also have a big Latin community, they have to find ways of convincing people that they're not, because they're not a socialist party. They're not. They're moderate at best. But they have to convince people that the Republicans are not the answer to Texas. Because they've been fucking up that state.
Don't you go muddle? Oh yeah, go
It
ahead.
has a lot to do with representation, and you have to have their own people being representative. So that is difficult because, as we know, places like Texas, you have to have a lot of money to run in state at least, and so you have to get the fundraising, and you have to get the right person, and then you have to do the work for it. So it's hard, and it would be nice if Texas wasn't so so red.
But I mean,
They need help.
Beto is polling really well.
Yeah, but he's losing ground against Greg Abbott,
which seems hard to me. Like Abbott is such a fucking train wreck. I don't know how anyone could lose to him, but Texans are Texans. So Florida needs a Beto. They need Cory Booker to move down there and bust out his Spanglish.
Exactly.
Cory Booker's Spanish is like my favorite thing. It's so cringe. Actually, that'd be a perfect thing to end the show on. Let me find some Cory Booker Spanish. And the only reason I make fun of Cory Booker is because he stole my girl. He stole my girl.
I should start putting this stuff on Speaking from the Center.
What stuff?
Just the political forecast for the midterms. Because I got some. So it looks like right now the Democrats are favored to either win the Senate or keep it. Like they're going to get more seats or
keep the same.
Keep the same. And the Republicans are favored to win the House.
Oh, wrong button.
Well, we just had a redistricting, so.
Oh yeah, and everybody, make sure you are going to voteusa.gov or vote.gov. Make sure you guys are registered because the midterms are right around the corner. So make sure there's no shenanigans at the polls.
Well, if you can get a vote by mail, California, we are automatic absentee voter. Please do that and get that stuff in as soon as possible. If you are not, see if you can be, and make sure that you correctly put in your information, because a lot of these hate you.
Here's your man's.
La situación ahora es inaceptable. Este presidente ha atacado, ha demonizado los
Oh my
inmigrantes.
God.
Es inaceptable. Voy a cambiar este. On day one.
Yeah.
It's so.
What?
Yeah, I don't even.
It's the worst Spanish. Like, all the words are correct, but all the inflection and emphasis is just
Jesus.
all over the place.
That's like me speaking in French, going, yeah, je m'appelle Wayne.
It's worse than that. I think that was better.
Inaceptable. Este presidente ha atacado, ha demonizado los inmigrantes. Es inaceptable. Voy a cambiar este. On day one,
It sounds like Valerian.
He's doing dragon speak.
Exactly.
Or parcel tongue. One of the two.
That with the
Oh my goodness.
tongue.
Pracapado. I'm like, Jesus, guy. Calm down, man.
Otto.
Switch to decaf. It's a sexy language, not so Klingon. Sorry if that offends you, Brenna. I know you're fluent.
I'm actually doing High Valerian right now.
Oh, well, then you'd like the Muse song, Pray.
Oh, speaking of which, thanks for reminding me, Wayne. Go on. Don't mind me.
Oh, by the way, your boy Beto's behind by 8 points in Texas.
Yeah, I've never seen the battle scene in the last episode of Game of Thrones, but yeah, Muse did the soundtrack for it, Pray, and that's where I first heard Valerian.
Just move this over a little bit. You could just sneak over. If I could just get there, we go. That's much better. Just sneak that right over there.
There we go.
He loves the Muse. Who doesn't?
Absolute prick.
Wait, are we talking about the Muse?
I am your Muse.
It's on his. I added it for him. I don't know why they don't put it on the T-shirts. It's such a pain in the ass to have to add the to.
Yeah, they should put. I mean, they're called the Muse, right?
Yeah. I think it's the. I think it's the mused, like past tense. Like they used. They were mused.
So they were the Muse. It's like when Facebook lost the. They were not the Facebook anymore. They were just Facebook.
Yeah. It's a bit like Tim's favorite wrestler, Kenny Baker.
Oh, there it is. There it is. He's going after.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a Greek alphabet joke for all you Greeks from 1400 AD.
And Tim, we've got some stuff to talk about on Tuesday on our sister show.
The hot tag.
The hot tag. Yeah, we've got to talk about some debuts and some firings and some all sorts. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I hear Punk's not coming back.
No.
His contract is being bought out, is what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, but you guys aren't turning this into your wrestling show. Nice try, though. We will see all of you guys. No,
we're trying to cross promote.
Yeah, and then you started talking about your boring fucking wrestling. No, not happening. All right, guys, we're getting out of here.
Stop.
Yeah, look at Brenna's pain you're putting her through. Stop it, Wayne. She's so young. She's so young. We're gonna see you guys next week. We're gonna raid out as usual. See you guys in a couple of days. I got an episode coming out for you guys. That's very special. I can't let Brenna outshine me. I have to. I too can be a star in the sky. So Wayne, take us home. And don't talk about wrestling.
Thank you everyone for joining us on the BIM podcast today. Thank you, Brenna. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Mikey, super producer. And thank you, Jartan, who has been live in the chat. We've had a lovely time talking to you about our political views, and we bid you adieu.
The Wayne Maker has spoken.
Lord
High Valerian.
Stop messing around with my duh.